like to work with the group because I get a lot more done than otherwise I would. So each week that your group comes out, I plan things that I normally can't accomplish in that week.
You know what tasks the group does?
So some of the tasks include planting seeds. This year we planted a whole bunch of squash seeds and bean seeds and some flower seeds, and then as the season goes forward we take care of those seeds. So now we're planting them into larger containers, and we'll be planting them in the garden eventually.
I like it. It's a easy task to do and stuff. Come out here and talk to different people to like hang out with and stuff like that, and like do some good volunteering with plants and stuff.
Working with this group and working with Abilities United has really helped us in our gardening program. So the things that we do here, like the planting of the seeds and planting the seedlings up into larger containers, that prepares us for sharing more food with the community. One of our goals is to have people have more access to healthy food, and so this group really helps make that possible. I think it's really valuable for them to see the whole process.
I like it. It makes me happy, and it enjoys my day and stuff.
Working with Abilities United has really opened my idea of what's possible working together. I'm always really surprised by how much we can really get done together.
Thank you for letting us volunteer here.
Oh, absolutely. It's always a pleasure to have you out, and we hope that you come back again soon.
Oh, I love watching that video. I have been over to the Collective Roots Garden several times, and it's always so fun to see what our group is doing with planting and growing things. It's really taught our participants about the cycle of life and how giving back can be done in more than just people. It can be done in helping the environment as well. So with me now on set are Ines Thiessen. She is program manager and assistant at the Palo Alto Junior Museum and Zoo. And we also have Michael Broadhurst, who is an ILS participant at Abilities United, as well as a volunteer at the Palo Alto Junior Museum and Zoo. So welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you here. And Michael, I must say you look awfully handsome.
Thank you.
So why don't you tell me, when did you become a participant at Abilities United, Michael?
Well, I asked Andrea and the people at Abilities United to help me find a job.
Right. So when you first, now didn't you move here from a different state?
Yeah.
Where did you move from?
I moved from Philadelphia to California.
So you moved here from Philadelphia to California.
Yeah.
And then you got involved with Abilities United, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you decided that you would come to me, because I place people in volunteer positions.
Yes.
And then what was that process? What did you and I do?
Well, work things out.
We talked about what your interests are.
Yeah.
And so forth.
Uh-huh.
And you said that you really like to work with animals.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And then did you fill out an application? How did that go?
Great.
It went well?
Yeah, it went well. I got my TB test and life scan.
Good. So you had to pass a few tests before
Yeah.
you became a volunteer.
Uh-huh.
Right. Ines, welcome to you.
Thank you.
You are our contact over at the Palo Alto Junior Museum and Zoo. What was the process when Michael came to you wanting a volunteer job? What had you employed as volunteers people with special abilities before, or what was your experience?
Well, we had Abilities United come and approach us to see if we had volunteers spaces available. Mm-hmm. And we had not worked with Abilities United in the past. And as Michael did, all of them filled out a form, volunteer form, and then there was a training. And Michael came with his instructor, Drew, and learned the procedures for helping us in our exhibit hall.
Oh, wow.
Where the children are and where he helps take care of our exhibits.
Okay. So you actually work in the exhibit hall?
Yeah.
With the, you know, I've been into the Junior Museum and Zoo before. They have lots of big equipment and balls things and they throw and exciting stuff. So you actually help take care of that equipment. And how do you like that?
It was great.
It's great. When do you work at the zoo?
Since in February.
Since February, so you've been working several months.
9 months.
9 months. Okay. And how do you get back and forth? Where do you live, Michael?
I live at East Bayshore Road.
You live in East Bayshore Road, so that's why you're part of the program, Bridging Communities with East Palo Alto. So what's your, how did you learn to get to the zoo? Because the zoo is in Palo Alto and you're in East Palo Alto. How did you learn to get there?
I ride a bus.
You ride a bus?
Yeah.
How'd you figure that out?
Because it only costs $1.75 and the other costs $2.
So every time you go to the zoo, you need to pay $1.75.
Yeah.
And how did you learn? I mean, how did you understand? I mean, if I went out to take a bus ride somewhere, I don't think I could get myself there. Who taught you? How did you learn that?
Andrew Thorne.
Your independent living skills instructor?
Yeah.
So he did travel training with you? Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And Enos, what would you say some of the qualities that Michael has that makes him such an extraordinary volunteer?
Well, Michael's extremely polite, has wonderful manners. He's very prompt on arriving on time and doing his work. We set forth a procedure for Michael to follow so that it would be easier for him to know where he needed to go, what he needed to do. And he does this very willingly. If we ask him to do a few extra things different from his routine, he's more than gladly to help. He also calls if the bus is running late to let us know that he'll be there in a few minutes.
Wow, so he's very reliable.
Extremely reliable, and our staff greatly appreciates what he does.
Wow. How has working with Michael changed you or improved your life?
In several ways. People with disabilities also have the need to be needed. And to see Michael come in and become more independent, actually getting there himself on his own, helped me realize the capabilities that many of the students at Abilities United have to learn and love to do things and be involved with their community.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's so neat to see the two of you work and the partnership that's been created. And Michael has a lot of skill, just like a lot of other people with special abilities have a lot of skill.
Exactly.
Michael, what would you say really quickly is your dream? What would you like to do in the future?
Well, I'm going to build my sanctuary ranch.
You're going to build a sanctuary ranch?
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a lofty dream.
Wow. And get 35 of my best wild animals.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. And our group at Abilities United has a group volunteer project as well. And they've been working at, I think you said, over 2 years.
Yes, it's been 2 years now that we have the group come every Friday at 1:30. And these participants have learned zoo diets, help prepare the zoo diets, and help us do many things in our zoo that we don't have the time to do. They help us clean the glass so that the visitors can see better. They help us rake leaves. Anything that we ask, they're very happy to do.
Sounds like we have a real working partnership with the Palo Alto Junior Museum and Zoo.
We do, and we all enjoy it and have a good time.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Michael, it's been an absolute delight. I wish I could talk with you more this evening, but it's been absolutely wonderful, and you've been doing a great job out in the community.
You're welcome.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We have one more video that I would like to show you. It's our work that we do at the Ecumenical Hunger Program in East Palo Alto. Let's take a look.